How's it going, guys? So I got to mount this tire. I went with the Avon Road Rider MK2. It's not a dual sport tire, but I like the look of this tire, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the zip tie method on this. I've seen videos of people zip tying. They put the tube in the tire and zip tie it, and then try to put it on, mount it on the rim. So I'm gonna try that. So I put a little bit of air in my tube. Just helps when you mounting the tire to kind of, I think it kind of pushes out of the way. It's harder to pinch it when there's air in it. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's, seems like that's the case, but so let me get the tube in the tire, and then we'll put zip ties all the way around. Like I said, I got these massive zip ties on Amazon, so I'm gonna try these. I'll be right back. All right, I got zip ties all the way around. I don't know if I need to get them tighter or not, but let's start there. See what happens. All right, so I got them pretty tight. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray WD-40. Let's see. I don't know if it matters. Spray WD-40. I don't use soap and water because you're introducing moisture inside the tire. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's lube this up real good. All right, guys. Got it mounted, but didn't do it with the zip tie method. Couldn't get it to work. I was struggling, so I just did it with just got my tire spoons out and did it the old-fashioned way. This tire was pretty soft, so it was pretty easy. I wanted to look at these other parts on this hub, try to get it mounted. So on the XT500, it's got a cush drive. It's got these rubber bushings, I don't know what you call them, but they sit down in here a certain way, this direction, and they go all the way around. And I think because this bike is a dual sport bike, a lot of people ride them on the road. So the cush drive was to help the transmission not be so hard on the transmission when you're riding on the road. I think that's why they did this. Could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. This is the first XT that I've done. The SR500, of course, has it as well, which I didn't change these out on my SR because, to be honest, I didn't know how to take the hub apart. I understand it now, but I didn't at the time, so I didn't disassemble it. So what happens is you put all these cush drive, these rubber bushings all the way around, and then the sprocket hub assembly, this piece slides on top, maybe. So it slides on top, and then you have these retaining rings that go in here on both sides, which I'll show you. And then you have this circlip that holds it all together. Of course, you have this as well. So this goes on, yeah, this goes like that. Yeah, it's got an O-ring. This goes down, then the circlip goes on top. I think that's the order of operation there. So let me work on this a little bit and see if I can get this together. So I don't know which way you assemble it. Do you assemble it? You assemble these in here. Assemble them like that. And then set it down on here. Or do you assemble it this way? Guess I could look in the manual, probably says. Why do that though? It makes it too easy. But these just sit down like so. These probably last a really long time too. Probably not gonna change these out in my lifetime. So this is gonna sit on top. Don't know if it's gonna wanna sit on there though. Kind of hard to do holding the phone. So that's got to go all the way down. So let me work on that. Pause this for a second. I'm having a hard time getting these in. When I have all these in place, this cover does not want to go down all the way. So I'm having a time trying to get this in. So right now, without them in there, they slide right in. But when I put them in there, this doesn't want to go all the way down. What do you have to force it down? I don't know. Finally got it. I had to I flipped the tire around, just slammed the sprocket down on the table pretty hard, and now it's going in. And I pushed down on it, which I know it's gonna have, you know, that rubber is sticking up a little bit. So I guess that's what you have to do. You have to kind of add pressure to it and then try to get them in. So they're in now, as you can see. So now I got this ring inserted. This is aluminum. So I just used a brass punch to knock it in. Now I got to get this circlip in. That should be fun. Just got it in. I just used my fingers. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Didn't have to use any tools. So I think all that's in place. The wheel is complete. So glad. So now I need to try to mount it. I don't know if I can. Got it lifted all the way up. I don't know if I can mount it. I'll try. All right, so I got it loosely mounted. I love the look of the tire. So as I was saying, my dog started barking. So love the look of the tire. Oh my gosh, love how that looks. That looks so mean. Don't know if I think the spacers are right. I added this dust cover, but the dust cover is just loose. Like what holds the dust cover in place? The spacer's on top of it. Am I missing something? I don't know. Maybe so. It's kind of a precarious situation not having the front end on it. I did tie it down, but it's on a lift stand. It's pretty solid. Don't think it's gonna fall, hopefully not. Next up, I'm gonna try to refurbish the front forks. So I'm not gonna put new springs in them. I'm just gonna hopefully take them apart and I do have new seals. I'll put new fluid in them, and I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow. Today is Saturday. No, Friday, sorry. Friday, I'm gonna do that Saturday and hopefully get them on the bike this weekend. I'm gonna be rebuilding the front wheel as soon as I get it. That's been ordered, but I don't know when that's coming in. So I will be building the front wheel hopefully soon. But next up is the front forks. I'm gonna try to do that this weekend, get them on the bike. I'll add that to the video. But I love the look of the wheel. Oh my gosh, to me that looks incredible. I love the gold rim. I know this is a 76. I know it's not supposed to have gold rims, but I didn't want to do black. Black doesn't look right either. Gold, they actually put gold. I know they put them on the later models. Like, I don't know what year it was, like 80s. They put 79, 80s, XTs, they put gold. And I mean, they just look so good. I did scratch it a couple of places. Not You know, not happy about that, but they still look good. Didn't ruin them or anything. Tried to be as gentle on them as I could, but I just love the back wheel. That thing just looks so good. All these parts. So this bike is an eBay special. Literally, the frame and engine are matching. Probably mentioned this in previous videos, but this bike did not exist. This was an eBay purchase. I bought the engine first, and noticed the guy was selling the frame as well, the matching frame. So I went ahead and bought the engine and frame, and then this exhaust system, this trick exhaust system. I haven't even mentioned that. I bought that on eBay, 300 bucks. You really can't go wrong. You know, for that price, I mean, these other exhausts I keep seeing, I mean, they're like $800, you know, it's just ridiculous. So this is steel, and it's a bigger diameter header pipe. Fits really well. Love I mean, they're just beautiful welds on it. What I did was I cleared it with high heat clear coat. So I'll show you that. I think I still have some. Yeah, this VHT satin clear flame proof. So I don't know how it's going to hold up. I've painted my other exhausts with this paint before, with the black paints, and it's held up really well. So I'm hoping this will hold up, because I know this is going to rust, and if I clear it, it's hopefully not going to rust. It's going to look like this forever. That's what I want it to do. I didn't want to paint it black. I wanted to leave it. I wanted you to be able to see the welds, and I mean, I think it's just a really pretty exhaust, and we'll see how that does. I don't know. Time will tell. But tomorrow, front forks. So we're going to end it here and pick back up tomorrow on the forks. All right, guys, these are my front forks that I bought on eBay. They're in pretty decent shape. I got some rust pitting there. I'm hoping these will clean up. These fork tubes, I don't really want to buy any more. They're too expensive. Somebody hit them with a hammer right there, it looks like. Hopefully they'll clean up. I'm going to start taking them apart. Like I said, I'm going to just kind of refurbish them, hopefully. Somebody put them in a vise. They're in pretty decent shape. Maybe I can polish these a little bit. I don't know. They probably have clear coat on them, I would imagine. Looks like some there is coming off. So let's start trying to get these apart. All right, here's my crude soft jaws. I got to get some soft jaws for my vise. Just got some really hard wood taped on there so that it won't move on me when I clamp them in. But I got this top nut loose. Normally you would loosen this when it's still on the bike, still bolted to the triple trees, inside the triple trees. Makes it a lot easier. But you can still put it in a vise. Get some wood, get some plastic so you protect the fork tube, and you can break that loose. I used a cheater bar extension to get that loose. Now I gotta get, there's a bolt in the bottom here that you have to get out. I think it's a 8 millimeter. And I'm gonna do the same thing, put this in my vise with that wood protecting the aluminum so it doesn't mar it all up. So I'm gonna flip this around and get that bolt out. All right, I got them down to this point. This one, I don't know what this is. What is this called? But this was stuck on there. See, there's some corrosion here. Normally that's supposed to just slide on and off. Is that like a dampener? This is the dampener, I believe. But this was actually stuck on there. Didn't want to slide off. And now I have to get to this. There's a circlip in here that you have to take out. I'll do that next. All right, so I got the internals out finally. Got that, removed that circlip right there with these circlip pliers. Normally you would have to have this special socket, which I have it. It goes on the inside down the fork tube, and you'd have to hold this in to break this bolt loose from this end. But I didn't need it for some reason. I don't know why, but I was able to break them loose. These are, it's pretty ugly. I wish I had some new ones. Probably look through my stuff and see if I have some, but I probably don't. It's pretty, kind of a specialty bolt there. That one's not so bad, but I got this one free. It's like it's in pretty good shape. Just gonna clean it up. I don't know if that's a fiber, some kind of fiber washer. I'm not gonna change that out though. Just gonna go with it. So let me work on the other fork leg. All right, so now I gotta get the seal out. And what it is, it has like a circlip on the outside, then it has like a washer, metal washer that covers the top of the seal. So what I do is get one of these tools right here, pick, and just get underneath it. Wish I could do this one-handed, but I probably can't. So, 1 second. So I got those out. Use the pick. I got underneath it, and it popped out. And now I got to get the seal out, which the other one, the seal is very hard to get out. I'll put it in a vise to get it out. So I have the seal remover. Works really well. Just grab it like that. Finally got it out. It's not easy. Thing is super hard. It's probably never been changed out. I'm out of breath. My vise moved on me. I had to pry it out of there. You really want to be careful not to damage this top, but I mean, it's pretty, if the seal is that hard, you're going to get a little bit of damage here, but I mean, you can probably get a file and smooth that out, and it'll be good to go. All right, got it all cleaned up. Got my fork tubes all polished. Got my inner tubes, whatever you call those, stanchions. Got them cleaned up the best I could. Everything's been clean. Did find some new bolts I'm gonna try. New seals, new fork boots. I don't have any clips to hold these on, but I can get those later. This hardware, I'm probably gonna replace the hardware on that, but let me try to get this together. All right, so I got this fork oil, 20 weight PJ1. I'm gonna do 250, let's see, 250 on man, I can't talk. 250 milliliters in each front fork. So the half, you know, this has got 500 milliliters in this bottle. So I'm doing 250 in each one. So a milliliter is the same thing as cc's. So I'm gonna fill it up to 250. I got one front fork put back together. It was pretty easy. So let's continue on. So here they go. Back together. Are they perfect? Nope. Are they better? Yes. Better than they started out as. Got new fluid, polished legs, new hardware. This is what was on there. Looks like crap. Probably clean up, but just got some new fasteners on there. I call it a win. And I did this all in one video. Took me most, I don't know, a few hours to do. Not too bad. Got it done. Get them put on the bike. Just be one step closer. See you guys later. Peace.